that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Here we go. I travel far, I travel from way over there to right here. So if I'm a little tired, you got to bear with me. I'm out of breath. You know what I'm saying?
So I want to ask you in just a general sense.
Well, I got to tell you on a side note, your gadgets over here are way better though. I'm just saying. I see like the nice lens, this crazy lens. You got the laptop out. You know what I'm saying? You are like high tech over here.
So I want to ask you in a general sense, because you're kind of like moving into the USA Network again now. Not only are you doing this, but you're back on Suits now. So how is it just for you to be like, hey, I'm back on the same network, and you're even a bigger part of the same network than you were originally? That's going to feel kind of cool.
I love it. I mean, USA has been great to me over the years. The whole NBC Universal family. I mean, even if I go back to West Wing, which was on NBC, I've had a love fest with the family, and thankfully they've had a love fest with me. I love working on Psych, and I'm having a great time working on Suits. I really am. I'm really enjoying flipping it and doing something different. So I'm thankful. Anytime you get a chance to keep on doing what you love to do, it's a wonderful thing.
We should get you stock in the company at this point. Stock in the
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think maybe I'll show up on Mr. Robot next.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
Maybe yeah. You know what I mean? Maybe like he has another mind inside. They'd be like me. I have the brother side of his mind. It'd be Christian Slater and then me. You know what I mean? Like, shut up, Christian. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what you're talking about. Leave him alone. You know?
Right.
I guess you show up maybe once or twice for 2 seconds. You know what I mean?
Will we see the return of Magic Head or the Super Smeller?
I think you will see the return of Gus Smelling. Ain't a super smeller, but he always has a super smeller, but he's not going to have to be any long sniffing that he's doing. But he will be taking in the aromatic scents of beings or a being.
How was it working with your fiance?
I loved it. I loved working with Jasmine. I mean, to be able to have her come into the Psych world and in the role that she's playing was a blast. She really brought her A game. I think the fans are really going to enjoy what she did. She had us cracking up on set, and to be able to share the screen with someone as talented and as beautiful and as lovely as Jasmine is great. I couldn't ask for anything better. With fact for Gus, it made the wait worth it. All the years of Gus not having a love interest to then finally end up with Jasmine playing the character I couldn't ask for anything more.
Did you guys include any inside jokes from your own?
We thought about it. We thought. I don't think it made it to the screen. We thought about it though. We thought about adding one thing, but we didn't. We didn't. Yeah.
Are we going to see any of those outtakes?
The Psych out.
Oh, that's more of a Steve Franks question or a Chris Hensey question. I'll be interested to see whether they.
Was there plenty of material that they?
I'm sure they have material. Hopefully they do though, because that's just a part of what Psych is. So hopefully at the end of the movie they'll show some of our outtakes and things like that.
Am I going to see Gus dance at all?
Not in this one. You will not see Gus dancing in this one because the thing is one, it's not in the script, but then two, I tore my Achilles early in the year. So by the time we were filming Psych the movie, I was just getting back to being able to move around. So I couldn't be doing too much crazy jumping around and things like that.
What about screaming or crying?
I don't want to give away too much, but certain things are just a part of who Gus is. You know what I mean? If there's not a scream, there's not Gus. You know what I mean? If there's not a tear being shed, I don't know if it's Gus. So certain things that you expect from Gus will be. He's evolved, but he hasn't evolved that much.
Going back to him getting a love interest, how is that going to change the dynamic between Gus and Sean?
Well, I think we'll have to wait until Psych the movie part 2 to find that answer. Yeah, but I think it will. I think it will affect him. I think it will affect him, but I think it will affect him in a way that will be very enjoyable to the fans. I think there's a lot of comedy gold to mine from that, because Gus would be all about his lady, and he's in love now, and I'm sure that Sean would feel a certain way about it.
So I think one of the things that fans always loved about the show is the names that Sean would give Gus on the show all the time. And I know how much of a big pro wrestling fan you were, so which one of those nicknames do you think would have made the best in-ring name for Gus?
Ooh, the best in ring name. I mean, I still think that Silly Pants Jackson. You know what I mean? He's like, and he'd be the guy who's coming out always like laughing and making you, doing things to make you laugh, and that's when he sneaks around and he pins you. You know what I mean? That'd be his whole little trick. It's like, oh, Silly Pants is at it again.
Are those nicknames written into the script, or are those like ad-lib kind of ideas?
Early on, they were more ad-libbed, but then the more you would do it, the writers would start getting in on it, so they would start adding in their own. So it was kind of a little bit of both. Like Silly Pants Jackson, which is one of the first ones that happened, that was just Rodé off the top of his head. Vernis Lambert Watkins, that was something that we added in. Lavender Gooms was added in. That actually was my great aunt, who was alive at the time, but she's now passed away. Who else? And the other ones were just different writers would add in stuff that would be funny. And I know that there's some in this movie. I just can't remember what they are. Yeah, I can't remember what they are. But I will tell you by December 2017, I will remember. Whenever it does air and I'm watching, I'm like, that was what it was. That where it is. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be able to come back to Comic-Con, and I've only been to Comic-Con with Psych, so to be able to come back now doing Psych the movie, it's been 11 years since we started. We started doing Psych the series in 2006, and to be in 2017 and have this amount of love and engagement all these years later is humbling. It's humbling from the fans, from all the media, from Comic-Con to even want us back at this point. It makes you appreciate it. It makes you appreciate what you do.
Talking about differences between actors and the characters they play, if Gus were a real person, would you be his friend? Would you be able to hang with Gus?
I think so. I'll be able to hang with Gus, I think. Sometimes, not all the time. You know what I mean? I think because one, I probably would gain too much weight because he likes to eat too much. You know what I mean? And then probably because he hangs so close with Sean, and Sean always creates some type of crazy, troubling dynamic, I think at a certain point I'd be like, look, Gus, I mean, we cool and all, but I can't, I need a break, because every time I'm hanging with you, that dude, who's that dude's name? Sean Spencer? Yeah, he shows up and something breaks, or either something I own breaks or something in my body breaks. So no, I can't do it. Cool.
Anything challenging about coming back to the set?
Not really. Not really. I can't. It was like an old hat. Once we got back up to Vancouver and we had the crew, it was weird. We all were saying, once we started filming, it felt like no time had passed. Sometimes you have to remind yourself, like, oh no, we actually took 3.5 years off. This is not just, okay, we had a 2-week hiatus and now we're back at it. It's like, no, we took some time off. From the time we shot the first scene, we were off to the races. And my first scene actually was with Jasmine Simon. So Rodé tries to say that I really came back on my A game because I wanted to impress Jasmine. So it was like, hey Jazz, hey baby, this is how we do it at Psych. Welcome to the Psych world. You know what I mean? So I was in it. We sang Happy Birthday before we started filming, because that's like a thing that we did at Psych. We sang Happy Birthday. There were some jokes that we would have off camera between the crew. Those things happened right away, and we were off to the races.
Gus have a blueberry in his movie, or?
Gus does not have a blueberry because the blueberry was destroyed. You know what I mean? And that was a company car. There is a vehicle that transports them that is very familiar to Sean and Gus.
Do you guys go tandem on Sean's motorcycle?
You know what I'm saying? And it's not the tandem. It's not the motorcycle. He's not going tandem. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. I think it's great. I mean, well, it's not that we're not in San. We moved to San Francisco, but we still have connections. I love the connections to Santa Barbara, and I like that the world is expanding because even though this takes place more in San Francisco, we haven't left Santa Barbara. Henry still lives down there. Lassie's still down there. But now we have San Francisco also. And I think as we get a chance to do more, if we get the chance to do more, the world will expand even more. And I think we have to do that from a storytelling standpoint. We spent 8 years in Santa Barbara. So I don't know if we could do 6, 8, or even 2 movies staying in Santa Barbara. I think the world has to continue to grow, to find more adventure, and to come across new characters and have new experiences. So I'm glad that the world has expanded, and I think the fans are going to dig it too. Because it's also going to be fun. People in Santa Barbara, they know Sean and Gus. They kind of familiar faces in the neighborhood. I think it'll be kind of fun seeing Sean and Gus in a new place, and folks are like, what are you all doing? Who are you two? Why are you all here? And really, you all let this go on in Santa Barbara? I think that'll be fun for the fans to see.
Does Gus have a new occupation, or is he solely a part of Psych in San Francisco?
Oh no, Gus always has to have his main job. Gus is not playing with Sean like that. You know what I mean? And I think also Psych even though they take a lot of cases, I don't think they make a lot of money on cases. I think a lot of times Sean and Gus insert themselves into cases and hope to get paid. So Gus needs to keep a main job so he can pay for all the Psych's shenanigans.
Any hints on what category, kind of job he's got?
It's in an office. He wears a suit. He works from 9 and he works to 5.
I was going to say, if it's another lawyer,
Oh, you know what I mean? He's in an office. He is in a suit. Gabriel Mock shows up. You know what I'm saying?
In the TV show, we see a lot of flashbacks to when Sean and Gus were younger.
Right.
Do we get to see any of that kind of play with the movie?
Not in this movie. Wah, wah, wah. And plus, the show, I'm sure all the young Seans will probably look like grown Sean now, so we have to go find a new young Sean. But no, in the film we don't have any flashbacks, not this time. But you never know what comes tomorrow. Part 2. All righty. All the best. All righty.